Right guys, welcome back to Carp TV. It's now the second week in April and you're joining me at my house in my garden. I'm going fishing tomorrow. I'm going on a session down my Syndicate for a couple of days and it's time for me to put some fresh line on my reels and get the old stuff off. So I thought what better time than now to actually show you how I spool up. We do get a fair few messages through the platform asking about showing the best way to spool lines up, and I thought why not show that now because I'm doing it anyway. So I've got 4 components that I'm using. So obviously you're going to need main line, you're going to struggle to spool up without it. So I'm using the Carp by Katran. This is the 21.3 pound version and it's 0.371 in diameter. Now this line for me is fantastic. It does everything I need it to do. It sinks well, it's strong, it casts well. I actually have 0 downsides to this main line. I've found downsides in a lot of other main lines. This one I struggle to, and I'm actually a bit pessimistic by nature, so it's a bit weird that I can't find any problems. The line itself has got technology in it that when you shine a blue light on it at night, the line will glow up. So it'll shine a nice fluorescent colour. You can then see your lines very clearly at night, so you can see which directions they're going out in. If you've been done or if your lines change direction, you just need one little glimpse at the tip of your rods and you can see which way the line's going. So if there's been any sort of occurrences. Also, the other fantastic thing about it is if you're playing a fish in the night, and I know sometimes you're fishing 3 rods on a spot and they're very close, it's very tight, and then you play a fish, so you can literally just take one glance up at the top of your rods as you're playing the fish and you'll easily see which direction that line's going in. So that will, in turn, that will help you avoid crossing your lines if at all that's possible. So a brilliant main line, it's what we're going to be getting on the spools. I'm not planning on changing this for a long time because there is absolutely no reason for me to switch lines now. Now the next tool is a pair of braid scissors. Any scissors will do for cutting main line. I'm just using these Katran braid scissors. Brilliant. The Berkeley stripping tool. Now this thing for me has been a godsend. I absolutely love it. It takes any chore out of taking your line off your reels away. Now, like for years, everyone's been coming up with their own ways, either handballing line off or putting a drill to get the line off the spools quicker on their reels. I remember even at some point people were Stanley knifing lines, like Stanley knifing it, cutting it all away. You don't need to, use this. It's not expensive, it's gonna make your life very, very easy. And then, to make things nice and quick, we're going to use the Katran Spooling Tool. So this is going to make it very easy again. No more big messy buckets of water. You literally just attach this to the end of your rod, stick your spool on, spool up, as I'm going to show you. And if you're doing this at home, you might have limited space at home. You might be doing it in a smaller room like an office or something. This is going to make that easy to do, even in the smallest of areas that you've got. So perfect. Right, let's get the line on, eh? Right, I've still got a tubing and a lead clip on here, so just going to give that a snip off. Bosh. So as you can see, I've got the Berkeley despooling tool here. Now these aren't very expensive at all, and they're going to make your life so easy when you want to take line off your spool. Now it's as simple as, you've got your line here, you literally just got to take your line, you stick it in this small little hole here on this right hand side, press the button and it will feed your line through the tool there. Now take your bail arm off your reel as your next step, and then once your bail arm's off the reel and everything's nice and free flowing, all you've got to do is press this button here, red button, and if you watch this, hopefully it's going to show it nicely. It just feeds the line through, just as easy as that. So how easy could it possibly be to just hold your line and feed it through? And that is stripping line absolutely incredibly. It's unreal really how fast it makes it. It still fascinates me now, and I had this for a while. So the line stripped, just as easy as that, very, very quickly. So trim the line off. Obviously you're gonna have a bit of line left here on your reel from me snapping it. I should have probably cut it off a little bit closer, but is what it is, let's do it. There you go. So now the spool's totally empty, ready for some new line. Right guys, well hopefully you can see this nice and clear, but the sprig section on my rod, so on my bottom half there, is where I'm going to attach the spooling tool to. So this is the Katran Spooling Tool, and it's nice and easy to use. So as you can see, you've got a winder just there, so you wind this up and down to get the clamp to go up and down. Now I want to protect this on my rods. Most of us these days are using expensive bits of kit on the rods, so I brought out this microfiber towel. It's nice and soft, shouldn't cause any issues with any luck. And all I'm going to do is nice and tightly, I want to wrap this around it. Might be a little bit big for the job, but hopefully we'll be alright. So with that on there, just undo the clamps. Looks like I'm going to need a nice wide one. And then push the clamp into here so it grips tight. Hopefully, with any luck, that's done. Yep, so that's nice and tight on there now. So the spooling tool is now attached nice and firmly. It's not going anywhere, it's moving the whole rod. Now we've just got to put the main line onto it. Right, so now we've got it attached to the rod. All we've got to do, you've got a little O-ring just here. So take the O-ring off, put that somewhere safe. This is your clamp to hold your spool onto the metal dowel rod. Let's put that somewhere safe. Spring for tension. So you've got now one metal cone here, which is going to stay on the spooling tool. And I've got my Krypton. I'm going to run the main line down onto the first dowel that's inside there. Then there's your second metal bung. That's going to just push into there. And that's going to push straight into the inner part of your plastic spool casing. On goes the spring again, so that's going to cause the tension to go against the spool itself. In goes the clamp, so you can push that in and tighten it, just like that, and that's now tight on there. Don't forget your little O-ring. Put that back down there, it's going to help everything stay. And now we've got a nice tensioned spooler line. So obviously you can release the tension. All you've got to do that is to take that off there on your little tightening clip. So if I leave it there, you've got a very, very loose spool which you can just spin. If you undo your nut there, push it tight in and then do it up. Now we've got much more tension on the spool. So I've really got to sort of push hard to move that now. So I'm going to want it a little bit more than that because I like it to go on under a good tension amount. And that is all set up, ready to go. I'm going to put the line through onto the reel now so we can crack on. And don't forget, this might seem a lot of messing about now to do it, but once you've got your first one, so you've got a whole new spool of line there, say, and all you've got to do is once this is all through the rings of your rod and you're putting it on, it's just a matter of changing your spools over on the actual reel. So in the game, it's not going to take very long at all. Right, anyway, let's stop chattering on and let's get this on. Right guys, so hopefully you can see now, up there, got the spooling tool. Light is not too great today guys, I've got a fair bit of sun. It's nice, don't get me wrong, I'm not moaning, but it's not the best for trying to film this. So line started on my reels, the spooling tool's up there on the end of my rod, and it's quite simple as all you've got to do, start reeling, and it's literally under the perfect tension. And it's coming onto the reel absolutely perfect. It just makes things so easy. There's no splashing water all over the place. You can literally just watch TV or something in your office or in the front room, sit there and spool up. Can't really make it much easier than that. Right guys, that's all 3 reels done now, and I'm ready to rock down to the Syndicate tomorrow with some fresh line, and hopefully that fresh line can catch me some fish. It's been a while since it's been out properly, and I am proper excited to get myself down there. Now hopefully these tips have helped some of you guys who are looking to learn how to spool if you're new to the hobby, or even if you're hardened anglers who just want an easier way to do it, to be fair, because this is so easy. It takes a matter of no time. Once the tool's clipped to the end of the rod, it's the only fiddly bit, but the rest of it's easy. If you're looking for more information on the products, such as the spooling tool, or for the Katran Krypton, you can visit riglocker.co.uk if you're in the UK, or if you're in Europe, you can visit Katran's website, so type in Katran fishing line. And if you're interested in the Berkeley line stripping tool, I'd say just Google the Berkeley line stripping tool and it's going to come up. I can't see many other things coming up when you type that in, but that is a fantastic bit of kit in itself. And now all that's left is for us to get down to Syndicate and hopefully we can catch some. I can't wait. I would rub my hands together, but I'm holding this rod. Right guys, let's get down there, eh? So, well, just had this one. Rod's been out there about 20 minutes after getting the rod out and arriving, and this managed to slip up, so I'm mega happy. It's 29.5 pound. Pretty good way to start the session. If it goes on like this, I'll be happy. Right, so as I said, 29.5 pound. Pucker way to start the session. I'm well happy. Beautiful looking fish. Let's get her home, eh? Right, welcome back to Carp TV. You're joining me down on my Kent Syndicate water, and it's now the middle of April. We've just had the Easter bank holiday now, and the temperatures early April have been mega, and I've seen fish coming out after fish coming out after fish coming out all over my Instagram feed, and I've been absolutely clucking to get myself down and have a go myself. So hopefully the session is going to continue as it has, because as you would have seen from the intro, I was here for about 20 minutes. I was just putting my second rod out, and the first one's gone off, resulted in a nice 29.5 pound mirror. So it was pretty buzzing to actually get a fish in the net early doors like that. hopefully it's not the end. Hopefully there's going to be a lot more fish. I'm going to talk you through some tactics and the way I tend to approach the lake. Let's get on with it. Right guys, well, you're joining me in the bivvy now. So I had all these plans for the vlog on what I wanted to do, what I wanted to go through, so rigs and bait and try and get all these bits done, but the rain's been absolutely relentless. It's weird, it's sort of, the forecast kept changing on what we were expecting. And yeah, rain's been bad. And me, like an idiot, I didn't even check the weather app. Just headed out, didn't bring no waterproofs, nothing. Rookie mistake. Always put your waterproofs on the barrow. Always. So yeah, I'm suffering for that one. But I don't really want to get wet unless it's for a fish, to be honest. So, because after that, that's it, I'm going to be a drown rat with no change of clothes. So yeah, I'm an idiot. I am definitely an idiot. But it is what it is. It's no good crying over spilt milk, soil milk, sound like that. But hopefully the weather will stop chucking it down soon, and we can crack on with some fishing bits. Really chunky common. That'll do. Well, it's 10:30 at night and the rod's just melted into action. Proper gave an account of itself, this common. But mega happy. There's 2 fish down, still got a day and a half to go. Welcome back spring, eh? Yeah, mega chuffed. Thank you very much, mate. All good in the night. But this fell to the Stiff Hinge Rig. A little heaven pop up over the top, and then over a bed of Cremino boiler, Cremino pellet. Mega happy. Let's get you back, eh? Well, thanks very much, mate. You knackered yourself out on the fight, didn't you, buddy? Right guys, well it's just come up first light and I've just managed the 3rd fish, so I'm happy with this. It's a nice little low 20 common, but it's another fish, 3 down there, so I'm well happy. It's nice to really get out, get behind the rods again. Again, little stiff hinged with a heaven pop up over a bed of Cremino pellet, Cremino boilie, and yeah, doing the business. Happy days. Let's get it back, eh? Right guys, well, we're well into day 2 now, and it has not stopped raining all day. It's been atrocious, so you can see now it's stopped. So I managed to get out, do a little update. The last fish was that low 20 common. The rain totally killed it. There's no more fish for me today. I'm gonna put the rods out again for the night now, so I'm gonna keep 2 going towards the willow, about 21.5 wraps. And the right hand side 3rd rod's going to go out towards open water. I'm not going to change anything with the bait, not going to change anything with the hook bait, rig, etc. Going to continue exactly as we are. Stiff hinged rigs out there with a orange heaven pop up, over Cremino and pellet. Hopefully we can get one in the night. It'd be nice to have a couple more, although it's been really nice just to get out on the bank and land a few fish. That has been really nice, to be fair. So hopefully we'll get another one, and the next time you hear from me I'll be holding a nice chunky Kent carp in my hands. But we'll catch up with you soon, guys. Fingers crossed. Right guys, well, it's the last morning. Absolutely nothing at all happened. So I got all the spots prepped again, put them out, but after that rain everything just went totally silent for me. It seems to have done it from around because I haven't seen anyone else have anything. It's just fishing. It's good though, I managed to get out and have 3 fish, so I'm happy with that. But let's get everything packed up, get home, and we'll come back down another day. Thank you very much for watching, guys, as always, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content coming up from me or the lads. And yeah, see you next time. All the best. Cheers.